If I could have watched a video 15 years ago on a quick and easy way to spot and repel a narcissist, this video would have been it. My name's Dr. Kaur, and I have spent years researching the impact of narcissistic trauma, how we can genuinely let go and move forward with a renewed self-belief and confidence, particularly really focusing on what happens in the brain when we've been in a toxic relationship. Let's be honest here, there is so much information out there on narcissism, but even with all this information and knowledge, we can still miss the signs of a narcissist and continue to attract them in our life. And that can be truly frustrating. I have tried everything I possibly could. And this lesson is so simple, you can cut through the self doubt and learn to repel and even dodge the narcissist in just 5 seconds, quicker than it takes to brush your teeth. I'm going to be giving you these 3 simple steps to implement. And the reason why each step is makes so much sense. It might even shock and surprise you on how quick and simple it is for you to use. And by the end of the video, you will understand the core reason why this works so well, knowing that it's an added level of protection going out into the world. So let's look at this. Lesson number 1. Everyone has a different intention when it comes to relationships, and a lot of it depends on the person's ability to feel empathy. So let's say you're about to go out, maybe with some friends, work to, or family. If you're an empath, your intention will be to connect with another person. You want to understand and be understood. It's actually wired into the brain. And you might feel some fear around, will I fit in? And that's normal as well, because you want to feel connection with another person, especially when you're meeting new people. But your intention is to really feel connected with another human being, have some fun, because it actually makes you feel good when you actually feel understood and you feel like you understand another human being. It feels good. But let's look at the narcissist. Their brain is very different. They're not wired up for connection like you are. They're actually not able, they don't have the ability to create empathy in the brain. Those connections are not just being made in the brain where they can feel empathy like you do. They're not out looking for kindness and compassion and love and feeling those things with another human being. So we have to wonder, what are they up to? What is it that they're looking for when they're going out and wanting to be with other people? They're actually on the hunt for supply. Supply is like oxygen to them. It's like their food, if you like. It's everything they want. They're always looking for supply, and there's never enough supply as far as they're concerned. They could have so much of it, they could want more and more of it. They want to take the most valuable thing that you have. And if you're not aware of this, it could literally cost you your life. The most important thing that you have right now is your time and attention. Just think for a moment how old you are. If you have, you've taken up all that time, so you've had, that much time already. So how much time do you have left? Have a think about it. Just guess. Add another 10 years. I'm sure you're going to last longer than you think. And you might not be aware, but if you're not aware of this, the narcissist could take all your time and attention for the rest of your life if you don't watch it. And I know you're probably thinking, nah, Dr. Emin, you honestly, that can't be it. But trust me, the injustice of what a narcissist does can get you ruminating, thinking about and going over things over and over and over again for the rest of your life. You could be talking about it again or thinking about it on a daily basis. So the first thing we need to understand is that your time and attention is your currency, and the narcissist is on the lookout for that currency. They're looking out and seeing, how quickly will someone give me that currency, which is time and attention, and how much will they give me? How fast and how much? That's what they're looking for when they're going out. So the first step here for you to decide, step number 1, and you can do this right now, is I want you to think about, what do you want to invest your time and attention to moving forward? And how can you invest time and attention on that so that you can achieve that? So you can generate more energy, you can generate something where you invest in yourself so that you can move forward, so that you can create that life moving forward. This is an important step that's needed in implementing the 5 second rule. You need to know where you're heading and what you want to put your time and attention to, so that no one can sneakily take that away. Okay. Lesson number 2: the strength of your boundaries, whether they're strong or they're fragile, is really based on past trauma. It's not a reflection on how weak or strong you are, but how strong your past trauma is, or how weak your past trauma is. So if you find it hard to create boundaries, it really means that we need to actually look at your trauma, because it might actually be quite strong. You might have had to put up with a lot of trauma without realizing. So I'll give you an example. Imagine you grow up believing that other people know more than you. That what other people say is more important than what you say. That actually, potentially, the way you do things isn't as good as what everybody else thinks. I'll give you a really simple example. And on the surface, it might feel like, well, it's not really a big deal. But I loved art, and I was told it's not worth pursuing. There's no point in, you putting your time and attention into that. It's not worth it. What does that do to a small child? It causes self doubt, but worse than that, it actually creates disconnection to who we are, my creative self. And the worst thing here is that I believed that other people knew more than me, and that I had to have a fawn trauma response where I had to please other people, rather than putting my time and attention into what I want to do. I had to put my time and attention into what other people told me I needed to put my time and attention to, because I didn't know. Okay. And it appears such a small thing, but imagine there's lots of these tiny little situations. That belief system that I've got is really becoming big, and that trauma is actually weakening my boundaries. So, this is what the narcissist is looking for. They're looking at boundaries that are pretty weak when it comes to time and attention, especially where even if you want to put your time and attention to, can they shift that time and attention to them? So trauma can remain until we actually look at the trauma, and we look at okay, why are we repeating relationship patterns? And when we release the trauma, then we become stronger in creating boundaries. So if that is something that you're interested in doing, and you want to really look at how trauma impacts the brain, and that's something that interests you, I do have a free masterclass in the description. If it interests you, please do download that free masterclass. When the narcissist wants to see how easy it is to manipulate you so that they can supply your time and attention. And the way they can access it is, it's like, when they can access your time and attention, it opens up another opportunity, like opening up a door to your energy, your money, your emotions, and mind control through consuming your thoughts. But there is one thing you must know: they are fragile, extremely fragile. Their ego is so fragile. If they don't get your time and attention, you will know it. That is where you can get your power and control. That is your superpower. So right now, you can do this. Make a decision. If someone tries to get your time and attention when you're focusing on something else, or you want to focus on something else, and they're trying to distract you where you're not able to focus on that next project, or, taking care of yourself, or taking care of your children, or whatever it is, or you're having a conversation with someone and they're trying to distract you, or they're pretending to be in trouble and they want your help, and they make you feel bad if you don't help them. You do nothing. You need to slow down even more. All con artists, pocketers, illusionists, they use distraction. What do they want to do? Why do they use distraction? They split your attention. So you cannot give your full attention to one thing. When you feel split, you really need to take more time because that's when they sneakily steal your time and attention by making you feel bad. This is really important. What are you going to do when someone is trying to get your time and attention? Don't do anything. Slow down until you're ready to give your full attention to something and then make a decision. Is this what I want to give my time and attention to moving forward? Lesson number 3, they will test you by ignoring you, wanting to put some boundaries in place. And they will test you by asking you to ignore what you want to put your time and attention to and ask them to put time and attention into them. This will happen. Now, let's be really frank here. 1 in 6 potentially people have narcissistic traits. They might not be a full-blown narcissistic personality disorder person, but there are a lot of people that have narcissistic traits out there. So if you're tired and you fancy a hot bath or you fancy just relaxing, they will want supply. That's all they're after. They just want supply. And they want you to put your time and attention into them. That's why the love bombing phase is so important because they are testing you. I remember phone calls and texts while I was at work, and he was expecting me to respond straight away. It's good to focus your time and attention on work when you're at work, with friends when you're with friends, because their reaction, if you're not giving them time and attention when you're out and doing other things and your time and attention is on someone else or something else, if they can't deal with that and they're trying to pull your time and attention onto them, their reaction is everything you need to know. And you need to grasp this fully and say no in a friendly manner. You can be friendly. This is a way you can sieve out the narcissist. And this is how you can tell in 5 seconds flat when you say no. If someone's toxic and you say no to them, I can't do this today, you will see their reaction change. You will see them bad mouthing you. You will see the manipulation coming out. You will see them making you feel guilty. You will see them trying to push the boundaries, maybe through a tantrum, maybe through telling you that you're emotionless or something else. Someone that respects you will say, no worries, they're busy right now. That's all good. We're all busy sometimes. But the narcissist, they will keep pushing. They will keep trying to manipulate. They will try and make you feel bad. They don't understand boundaries because, as far as they're concerned, all focus, time, attention needs to go on them. That's how they are wired up. So, what you need to do right now is to create some phrases that enable you to say no without explaining, without defending, without any of that. Just saying, no, I can't today. Sorry, I'm unable to make it. Don't take that phone call. Practice this. Practice it in the mirror today. Be friendly and smile and say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it today. You don't need to explain. Someone that is not toxic will be absolutely fine with it. Honestly, they will be like, no, okay, no worries. Next time. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching this. Do hit the subscribe button, like and share, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, know that you are worthy of being free to live a life that you love. Sending you so much love. Till next time.